I paid a woman to sleep with my sister's boyfriend and I don't regret it. My 29F little sister, now 24, is the sweetest girl in the world and we are extremely close. She started a situationship with the worst person I've ever met for 2 years. So many nights my then fiancé now husband and her friends held her while she cried over the things he would do and say to her until she finally broke it off. We thought it was behind us for around 5 months until she surprise announced they were officially dating. My whole family hates this guy and we were extremely distraught, but were scared to let her know in case we pushed her away, since when we previously voiced how much we all disliked him and pushed her to leave him behind, he tried to get her to isolate herself from us. My wedding was coming up about 6 months after they made it official, and my sister was the maid of honor. I had no intention of inviting her devil spawn boyfriend, but he told her he would break up with her if he wasn't invited. He told her she was a terrible person if she associated with anyone at the wedding if they didn't support their relationship. Even my sister knew that was a stretch, but was anxious and crying every day for a week after he dragged her self-esteem to rock bottom and convinced her she was the worst partner in the world for not fighting for their relationship. So to avoid more heartbreak for her, I initially invited him, but I also coincidentally know the worst woman in the world. Used to be a friend of ours over a decade ago in high school, but she was terrible and we cut off the friendship. She was not originally invited to the wedding. Her worldviews are abhorrent and she slept with countless of our friends' old boyfriends while they were together, so I knew she was up for the job. She is dating a very sweet but very strange man, so I took a chance. Offered her $250 and a wedding invite to hook up with my sister's boyfriend, but she must generate proof of some kind. She said she'd do it for $200, but I also had to pay her boyfriend $200 and he was fine with it. She had it completed within the day. She bought tickets to a music venue he was going to that night. They are both despicable people, but Christ, I admit I was impressed. She sent full video taken by my sister's boyfriend to my sister that day. This was 2 months before the wedding. I had her send it to my sister's friends too, and I told family members about it so that the added humiliation of everyone knowing would make her less likely to forgive and stay with him. My sister grieved for many days, and initially, I felt like the worst person in the world. I thought her self-esteem was so low already because of him and I had just snuffed out what little she had left. But after a week, it seemed to have almost the opposite effect. It was like the validation she needed to know that all the gaslighting, manipulation, and horrible things he'd say for years was just projection and that he was in fact the problem. They broke up and she was very sad about it for a while, but I saw the light coming back in her eyes. He didn't come to the wedding. Awful woman did. My sister was extremely confused and upset by it, but I managed to convince her I had to let her come with an elaborate lie. Everyone had a good time. It has been a year since they broke up. My sister is like a whole new woman. She's confident, stands up for herself more, she's got a brilliant job, has an amazing apartment, and dating a very sweet guy. I think my husband knows what I did. When he found out from my sister what had happened, he looked at me in this way and we never talked about it. He never talked about it to me directly, and I'm sure it's because he clocked me immediately that I had something to do with it and he didn't want confirmation. But I think he also approves. He told me yesterday how much relief it brings him to know she is doing worlds better without him. They are also very close. I know it's fucked up that I was capable of such a thing, but I don't regret it at all. If it comes out one day what I did, I'll take my consequences on the chin. I do often get anxious the woman I paid will tell someone or use it as leverage over me, but it hasn't come up yet and hopefully it will stay that way.